finally getting a haircut today. It's so long, I can't even manage it. Look, absolutely like a mess. Anyways, I'm so happy to get a haircut. Let's do it. But of course, after I eat. Now, it's time for the haircut. Got the fresh cut. We're about to head. we're about to head out. Again, you're gonna be in my videos. To head out for lunch, and we gotta do this quick because this little guy needs the nap, right? Okay, on our way to go. We're eating pho.
So what the fuck are you doing, buddy?
That's my wife.
Oh!
That was awesome, babe.
So fucking annoying.
Anyways, we're on our way to lunch. We gotta quickly eat, and we have a shit ton of things, a shit ton of things to do before we leave, because we're going to Asia this Friday. So our first stop is Hong Kong. Jazz and I are both quite nervous, a little bit nervous bringing the kid, and we have a lot of things that are unfinished business that still needs to be done while we're away. So I think we're going to be still doing a little bit of work. Probably not a little, probably quite a bit of work while we're away, but you can never be ready for these things. So we're contemplating almost canceling our trip. I always keep asking her, I'm like, are you ready? And she tells me that we can never be ready, we just gotta do it. So, but nonetheless, I think we will be able to handle it. We're super pumped to see our family, also especially my mom in Taiwan, and to eat like crazy amount of food. So that will be really exciting. So anyways, yesterday I threw in an offer, did not get it accepted. The seller decided not to take my offer, and they wanted to go through another weekend of open house. Usually these kind of cases, I try my best to force the offer in if I can, but apparently the decision maker is not the actual seller itself, and there's other parties involved. Well, you know what, if that's the case, you have to go to another open. It's maybe your loss. That offer might not be the same. You might get other offers, but the risk is pretty high there. So hopefully when we throw that offer on Sunday, hopefully we'll be able to get it if my client still wants it at the end of the day, right? I'm here at the office with Bri, the Heat.
The Heat!
Hey Bri, how many deals have you done already so far?
So far, 9.
9. And when did you start it? When did you start?
June.
June. So that's pretty much.
I was still just doing components.
You're pretty much doing a deal and a half, and when you're starting, you're still in probation area. Man, like you guys, I gotta do an interview with you, Bri. Like like a 5-minute interview. Give some tips to the new guys out there. But yeah, he is killing it. Brian's really killing the game, starting off, and then get this, it's November. It's going to December. He's still doing deals. He just closed the deal yesterday. Bro, you just closed the deal yesterday?
Yep. Won a multiple offer bid yesterday.
Yeah, and then now you're picking a bank draft, dropping off for another pre-sale that you closed last week.
Avalon 3.
He has closed more pre-sale than me for this year and last year's combined. Come on, man.
Right here.
Yeah, you guys, you see that? Yeah, I would have to do it. I would have to do an interview with Bri. I'm sure he has like some things, some tips to share with all the new agents coming in. But anyways, Bri and I are here waiting for Jay and Ben. We're gonna have a quick little meeting, just to touch base and what's gonna happen in the next few weeks. Alright guys, back at home now. We had a really brief meeting to what's happening in the next couple of weeks. A couple of us are away. Thanks to Brian, be able to handle a lot of our errands. We got another listing coming up in the end of November. So it looks like it's pretty much work through, you know, end of November all the way to December, because there's a lot of things we have to gear up and plan for coming into 2018. So there's some exciting stuff that's happening. But anyways, I'm super, not super, but I think my wife and I were just really gearing up for this trip. It's again, it's our first time traveling with the kid to Asia. We did it in Hawaii. I'm glad that we had a warm up in Hawaii that prepare us, you know, like with the packing and just flying on the plane for the first time. As you guys saw in my previous vlog, we got put in a bunch of babies around, so I was crying and everything. It was a bit rough, but I'm hoping that this trip to Asia, it'll be a lot better. I'm worried about the jet lag a little bit, and also coming back. So hopefully we also got our meals, what they're gonna eat. There's so many things that we need to consider, and I just never thought it would be, like, you know, like maybe that, like, not difficult, but just there's a lot of things that we got to do, right? And unforeseen circumstance. So anyways, well, what I want to say is, if you're a new agent here, if you're in the business the first 2 years coming in, I don't know about your guys' philosophy on, you know, taking vacation. I think vacation is very, very important. Keeps, you know, especially if you're doing with your family, it's good to take time away. But for me, I'm just so fortunate enough that my wife understands the amount of work I have to do, and sometimes I still have to do work while I'm away. I think it's just finding the right balance and what works for your family, what works with your wife, your girlfriend, or your husband, or your boyfriend, or, you know, your parents or in-laws. However it works, you just have to make it work, and it can't be about work all the time, right? So for me, I'm allowed to work when I'm away, when I'm on vacation, is because my wife understands that's what I need to do. And I'm new into the business, new in the industry. I have to sacrifice, you know, some playtime, you know, some time with my family, or, you know, just, you know, take that few hours that deal with offers, you know, follow-ups, emails, calling with clients, that being available to them whenever, right? So for me, my service as of right now is I'm available to everyone 24/7, 365 days a year. It doesn't matter. My phone's always on, whether I'm on vacation or not on vacation, doesn't matter. Midnight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I will pick up your phone call if it wakes me up, of course, at that time. That's how I choose to do my business, is because I know I need to put into work, you know, in the next few years to really build up my business. So you got to just find a balance that's right for you and what works for you. This is working for me. It doesn't mean that's going to work for you, right? So, but my priority is, you got to make sure your family's good, your relationship is good, then your work can be good. If the things are not going good at home, it will affect your work. It's because it affects your mood, affects your spirit, affects your mindset going in. You need the support at home. You need to maybe talk it out with your spouse or partner, you know, how it's gonna work. If it's more time that they need, you know, in order for you to work, then you really gotta spend more time. Then, you know, you gotta work at the off hours that you don't wanna work, right? So that's basically it. I'm just really fortunate that I have my wife that understands, and also juggling to spend time with my kid, right? So now I have a new member in the family, so it really changes up a lot of things. So the last few days I've been just taking more shifts of taking care of my son, feeding him, you know, putting him to sleep, while my wife needs to do what she needs to do. I'm just very fortunate that I am able to be part of that process of the little thing, not just, you know, hanging out, but be able to, you know, feed him, put him to sleep, doing what I can step by step, right? If you put me out and you know, doing everything once, I think I'll kind of panic probably. Anyways, my door is always open. Hit me up if you have any questions. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my videos. Again, I'll say it again. my vlogs are really just my daily journal of, you know, documenting my pursuit of being a successful real estate agent, and really look into my life and how my life is going to evolve in the next, you know, I don't know, 50, 60 years of my life, you know. And am I gonna stop vlogging? You know what, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna continue to do it because it really be awesome to look back on, you know, where I've started and where I've become. Yeah, and just the other day, I was just looking at my first video. I was just like, man, that's so crazy how the quality of production and just me being comfortable in front of the camera, you know, has really changed over for almost a year now. So, but anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend ahead of you. Keep crushing it, keep grinding, and I'll see you guys soon. And of course, thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe.